What's up, YouTube? Three Gun Guy on a budget here, and today I'm gonna be going over my Smith Wesson M&P magazines. All right, and I'm gonna be going over a little bit of what I do of maintenance and just make sure the magazines are functioning properly. All right, so first things first, I was getting a couple jams right in my M&P, okay, and I was kind of thinking about the ammo because I do reload all my ammo, and I was thinking that could be the issue. Right, and then I started getting into it, started looking at what was happening, and what was happening was I was just getting a failure to feed. The magazine wasn't feeding into the chamber. So I started looking into it and seeing what was going on with the magazine. All right, and one thing I noticed was when I was unloading it was this bullet will sometimes get hung up on the lip of the magazine right here. All right. I don't know if you guys see that, but I'm gonna push it a little bit, let it go slide out, and see how it dives down right there, and it hits. All right, it gets pretty wedged in there, pretty good. All right, so you think about it, what's happening in the cycling of the firearm is that's gonna bind up. Oh, it popped out that time, but sometimes it's gonna bind up and it's gonna hit that lip. All right, and when I was going through doing, looking through, seeing what was happening. First thing I thought was, man, why would M&P, make a magazine like that? I'm gonna Dremel this down. Then I was thinking, a couple of my other magazines didn't do it. So I noticed that wasn't the issue. Then I was thinking it was a spring inside, bending up the follower so it lifts up quite a bit. And no matter how much I bent it, the bullet will still sit low like that. All right, it wouldn't sit like this one here. Okay, and what I'm going to show you now is just how it looks in the firearm, so you guys can check your own. All right, so this is how it looks like in the firearm. All right, and if you can see, that bullet is faced straight to the feeding ramp. When it slides forward, it's going to slap straight into that feeding ramp, and it will feed, but sometimes it does, bind up in there. All right, now I'm going to show you one where the bullet sits a little higher, and see if you guys can notice the difference of the two. All right, see how that bullet sits up a lot higher? Well, this one's a little bit lower. And if you look in the chamber, when you put that in there, that bullet's aimed straight at the chamber in there, straight into the hole. And when it comes out, you can notice that it doesn't dive as much, and it doesn't hit that little lip right here. As you can see, it does dive, but not as much as the other ones. All right, so one thing I do is how to fix that, right? So that's what this video is all about. Alright, so some of the things I use, which is two things, is a rag and some pliers. Alright, and the whole thing, what I want to do is I just want to bend the front of the lips right here just to flare it out, but keep the back real pinched so it holds the bullet in. Okay. So what I do is I just take my pliers, wrap them in the towel because I don't want to scrape my magazine up, pinch it into that lip, alright, grab it down, and just give it a little tug. Now you don't want to go too much, you don't want to flare these things out too much, but you do want to bend it enough to where your bullet goes all the way up. Now I really don't have specs on this. I just kind of tinker with these until I see that how the bullet should sit, and then I put it in my chamber and I see where the bullet lines up with the chamber, and that's how I know if it's going to work or not. All right. So once I do that, if you flare them out too much, you always want to keep the back, so you just keep the pliers in there, open them up, put the towel on there. Put it on the back and pinch it down, just to make sure that the back is, just to make sure that the back here is pinched in while the front is flared out a little bit. Yeah, and the reason I'm doing this video is just because I use YouTube a lot for all my gun stuff, and this is my little contribute back to you YouTubers. It went up just a little bit, not as much as my other one here, so I will have to mess with it quite a bit. But as you can see the difference in the two and how the bullet lines up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, have a good night. Appreciate it.